welcome back to Adventure 82. We've gotten off the plane, as you can probably gather, because I'm on the floor. We're actually in the city of London at the moment. We're in Strand. We're on the Strand, just outside Charing Cross Station there behind me. What we're here for is have a look at the London Transport Museum and maybe a few other bits, because it depends how much time we've got, because we do have to get back to the other end of London down by Gatwick, because that's the Premier Inn we're staying in today. But let's go have a look around London, or at least what we can see of it before we have to fly over to Austria tomorrow anyway. Right, so we've made it into the museum. It's relatively noisy. I don't know how good the built-in microphone on this is going to work, so we'll see how it goes. But sounds like it might be quite noisy around the corner as well, but let's have a look around. Right, you might have seen the sign on the wall I just showed you if you came into this bit. It says Metroland. That's because when the Metropolitan line, which is where the Metroland comes from, started, they weren't just selling train tickets, they were selling a lifestyle. They were selling so much more than just a ticket. They were trying to encourage people to live in these places that otherwise hadn't actually been lived in yet. And so it's quite often the case that trains cause a lot of population boom, so wherever the trains had new stations, those stations would be quite often in anticipation of people coming along and building. For most of the time that worked out okay. Didn't always, but most of the time it did. That's one of the original Metropolitan line trains there. And we've got a slightly later one here. A different red, as you can see, and yeah, pretty cool, man. Right, on the way around the corner we've got the district, old district line trains as well, and the Metropolitan District line were notorious enemies that didn't like each other at all, which is why you'll find on the Underground network there's duplications of certain stations, or one station very, very close to another one, to the point where now they're even interlinked. That's because they wouldn't share track bed, they wouldn't share lines, they had to build their own. Anyway, let's have a look inside the carriage. See the kind of old school style of trains. You got an old label there too, look, see? It's quicker by tube. That's quite cool. At this point you can see you've got the District and Circle line map on the roof there. Okay. Right, I'll take you around to the next one and have a look at the District line. Right, so I've just realised, after viewing the footage, that the sound isn't particularly good and it's quite noisy around here, but I don't really want to miss all this stuff. So this is one of the original Metropolitan trains. You notice it's got a pipe coming from the tank coming round and back down. That's because the water and steam used to get recycled to limit the amount of steam coming out the train, because obviously it was underground and that would cause issues. You've got little souvenirs, look at that. Metropolitan Railway, little like, I think that would have been a writing set, I'm guessing. Those little pots would have been for ink. And you see a little stand here you would have had for the pen at the time. That's quite cool. See, I've seen some of this stuff on Tales of the Tube, if you're a fan of Jago Hazard, but never seen it in real life, so this is quite cool. You can see the original Metropolitan carriages with teak. And this one apparently is going to Rickmansworth, so there you go. And you can see a section here only for ladies. And then you've got the section there for the driver. You can actually see the workings inside too, look. That's quite cool. Right, let's see what else we can find. We'll get a close look at all of these after, but it's a nice overview. You can see here one of the old London trams, because it didn't go straight from the steam train to buses. They had a full tram network in London for some time. Ended just after the war. Look at that there. It's a train actually going along the edge. That's pretty awesome. Right, so a long time before the railways, you had the omnibuses, which are basically stagecoaches. And look at that. These are stunning. There's like two or three of them. I've actually got the horses in the front. I've got pretend horses on the front. That's awesome.
That's right, Rick. Out of the way, slow coach.
So I've tried to Greenwich and Waterloo stations. These were working hand in hand. Look at that. The Stevenson horse tram. That's what I was showing you briefly from the top level there. We'll get a close look at that after. But before that, you had these. So as you can see, we've gone from your standard carriage with the wooden wheels here to this one. And if you look at this one, I'll take it to the side, it's easy. You can see this one is actually on rails. They haven't got to the point where they're being pulled by a train yet. They're still being pulled by horses. But the rail bit has now come into fruition. Oh, it's taking quite a few, to be fair. He looks quite happy up there, doesn't he? He looks like he's having a great time. That's pretty awesome. And then, what have we got around here? Get your ticket man, look at him. Another very cheerful chappy there. And then what have we got around here? Right, so this is to do with reshaping London's river. This is all to do with the River Thames. And shows you the history of the bridges that used to pass the Thames, or cross the Thames. Some are still there, some aren't. You'll notice that they're red and green. I don't know if you can see from the bottom here, but just in case you can't, what it comes to is the red ones are road bridges, the green ones are railway bridges. A lot of those bridges, if not all of them, are still here. Sinking there. That's what. Right, so this is showing London's mainline stations. So you've got Victoria Station, Charing Cross, St Pancras, which is next to King's Cross station, which is just over here. And then you've got Liverpool Street and Cannon Street. St Pancras and Charing Cross also have their own underground stations as well. King's Cross shares St Pancras' underground station. You can see what I mean when I say it's quite noisy up here. What's this? Let's have a look. Wow. Okay, that's quite cool. That's pretty awesome. Look at that, it spins. And it shows you top hat or open top. That's pretty awesome. Right, I'll take you downstairs now. Right, before we go downstairs, that's inside the omnibus, the first kind of like stagecoach I showed you as we came up. That's what the inside's like. See the man reading the paper there with, I'm guessing, wife? I don't know. But before they had all these, the main mode of public transport was in fact this. And it was afforded mainly to the rich. So what you would have had is an early form of a taxi. So you would sit in the box, you have the man at the front, the man at the back, and they'd carry you to wherever it is you wanted to go. I can't imagine it was the most comfortable mode of transport for you, bobbing around, and I can't imagine it was easy work because these guys look like their backs are pretty much broken, to be honest. But look, he's definitely feeling the strain. Look at that face. But he is much happier. Look at that. But then he's not doing any of the work, so he would be. Right, so what we'll do now is we'll go downstairs and I'll show you the tram and the buses. Right, so this train here with its rather unusual shape is one of the first types of electric train. It was made for the City and South London Railway, and as you can see if you follow the carriage down, you've got C&SL there, Sea Railway on the side. Which is what's now become the Bakerloo Railway. That train's to Highgate. That's pretty awesome. We've got the old style map there too. Can actually go in this carriage, but it's quite busy, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to film inside it, but if I can, I will. Right, the carriage is full, but what I can show you is the inside of the actual train. You can see it's got a lever there, I'm guessing that's the whistle. And you've got a brake lever here, and there's another lever as well, and you would have had a little light there seeing the cage. Oh, it's just showing me the carriage is now empty. Wow. So this is what it would have been like in here.
And wears in its place an anxious frown. Sensing her growing apprehension, her daughter clutches her hand, while for her son, it is just another part of the adventure. Whatever her husband feels, he will show no fear. Meanwhile, our friend in the corner snores through it all. Are we all soon to join him in sleep? An endless sleep on the bed of the Thames, remembered only by a memorial tablet, let into the side of London Bridge.
Right, so this is one of only a few left of the 1938 London tube stock. So let's have a look inside here. That's quite cool. I managed to put a video on the back. Looks like there's people in it. You can see the old style map again. How it's changed again from the last one I showed you. This one's now for the Northern Line. See, it evolved over time, and there was quite a lot of changes to the underground just before and after the Second World War. You can see more illustrations there of different types of stock, starting with the 1906 stock down to the 1923, and the 1938 stock we've just been in, and the 1992 stock. There is actually a 1972, a 1973 and a 1980 stock as well. But if you want to know about the different stocks of train, or indeed more interesting things about the underground, I would say your best bet is actually just look at Yogo Haz's channel. He's a wealth of information on this stuff. But right, you can see we're just about to get to the buses, so I'll take you down there and look at that. Some of the original Route Master buses here. You've got a red one there. You've got a special one there. It was painted to celebrate the Queen's Golden Jubilee, hence the gold and purple. You've got a very early version of a bus over there, which is pretty awesome. Cafes down here as well. And then you've also got, if we come over here, trying not to film too many people, especially children, because YouTube are funny about that. Here's the tram I was promising you before. Not sure where Greengate Street is, but that's pretty awesome. You can see it's 2 floors like a double-decker, but obviously being a tram, it ran on rails. This would have got its power from lines above, as you can see from up here. See, there's lines just above here. And that's how it would have got its electric power. You've got a very simple mechanism here. You've got a brake lever, and then you've got a forward and reverse lever there. It's as simple as that. You've got an old 1939, what they class as a trolley bus. Trolley bus was an interesting concept because kind of started to take over from the trams, and this is what evolved into the current day Route Master buses you've got now, which are now electric, I believe, the current day Route Masters. No doubt at some point in the future most cars will be electric or hydrogen even. And then you've got an old army style stagecoach there as well, which is pretty cool. It's quite an interesting kind of looking terms there, because if you look, it's got kind of horse and cart style wheels, but it's motorised, you can see, because it's got a steering wheel. It's all rather unusual, but pretty cool idea nonetheless. Right, let's see if we can find Erica. Right, I found Erica. We lost you for a minute, but right, so that's it for London Transport Museum. We're going to go get something to eat because we've been up since
3.
There you go, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's now 12 o'clock in the morning, or the afternoon, however you want to look at it. And say we're hungry would be an understatement. So we're going to go do that next. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side of the on the other side of our lunch. Right, so that's it from London. Unless we see some other bits and pieces, I may make you like a musical montage or something.
I'm hoping to go to St Paul's Cathedral.
There you go, we're hoping to go to St Paul's Cathedral, so if we do manage to do that, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll catch you when we're in Salzburg, in Austria. And until then, you guys take care of yourselves, enjoy your summer, and we'll see you in the next video, wherever that may be. I'm not sure yet. You can tell I'm playing this by ear, can't you?